Hello and welcome everybody, it's Matt from PRMGG here. So, we've got, this is the fourth and last video of this little mini series on checking out Legions, Realms at Wars starter decks. Specifically the starter decks. I've got some boxes I want to open, I've got some blister packs, I've got all kinds of stuff to open. If you're not familiar, check the very first video out that I did this one in. This video was much longer, it explained specifically what Legions Realms at War is. It's basically just at the very TLDR or TLDW. Is Future Lore Studios. They created a game about 2 years ago. Taylor is the main CEO and creator of the company, and he basically wanted to create a game that was, I guess, similar to Commander in a way that you have like your Warlord being your like main guy of the deck. You're battling factions, and you've got decks that are built around your Warlord. Each of the factions are represented as colors and as symbols on the deck. Go check out the other videos. Basically, what I'm doing in this video as well, I'm going to just open the pack, give you like an unboxing. I've never played the game yet, but I have looked at a lot of the cards. I've looked at the gameplay. The gameplay looks good. There's some collectability aspects that look good. Each one of the starter decks is $20, and they actually come with 2 booster packs, which is pretty wild. You get 2 decks and two booster packs for $20. When you go to the website, I'll have it like scanned somewhere. There's one of the things. I'll have it. Here we go. Once I open it, you'll see. So you'll be able to scan this code here, and this will give you how to play, and it also should take you to their website, which will give you the ability to buy the products as well as check out what else they have to offer. So this is the last one here. I've got the red. Well, I guess it'd be the pink. I guess it's the pink and the gray. I don't know. These starter decks are pretty good value, as I mentioned before. You get 2 booster packs as well as 2 full decks. They are ready to play. The game can be single player, or well, I guess not single player. I guess any game can be single player. The game can be 1v1 or multiplayer. I think it's more designed for multiplayer, but don't quote me on that. But what I can tell you is that he basically at Gen Con was saying that like it's very multiplayer friendly. It's kind of designed that way, I think. So you get booster packs, like I said. Ravaged Lands is their first set, their first booster set. Then you also have, let's get you in here. You also have your Warlords. Now your Warlords dictate basically what can be in your deck, similar to Commander in that cards will state that they can only be played if your Warlord is the person. So you've got Quartz Heart, the Arcane Rune Master, and you've got Shalara, the Mystic Fire Phoenix. And the card will specifically state that you can only play if this is your Warlord. Their DCM is the damage counter max. In this, you start from 0, and your damage counter max goes up based on the damage you take, either from getting attacked or if you play something called Bloodborne. So here, this says Bloodborne costs 2, so this would increase your damage counter max by 2 when you use this ability. If it gets to 70 or greater, you lose the game. That's pretty much it. It's basically your life points, but it's also your resources. There are ways to heal and stuff like that, so there's ways to try to like balance your resource costs and whatnot. Pretty cool. So let's open one of these up here. So far, I can tell you that looking through the game, if you're familiar with card games or TCGs in general, a lot of the stuff is pretty intuitive. It's fairly simple to pick up and actually just play. So here you have your special abilities. Obviously there are unique things in this game, so it's definitely not something that you can just like play without knowing how to play. But they do give you if you scan the QR code, there is videos that explain how to play. It kind of explains everything. My very first video explained a lot of the things that I think I know, but I take everything I say with a grain of salt for these first 4 videos because I've never played the game. But I have done some research into the game. I've watched a few videos of gameplay. I've watched a few instructional videos, and I've also read the how to play and whatnot. So you have your special ability, which can only be used after you pierce the veil. Your veil is here. Everybody gets this. Everybody starts with you start with your guardian, or you start with your Warlord, your guardian, your veil, and I think your synergy. I don't know about the synergy. I'm not 100% sure on the synergy, but I think that starts on the battlefield too. It's very strong, so it'd be kind of wild if it did. So your Veil, it starts with 3 Veil counters on it. That's what VC3 means. To my knowledge, everything starts with VC3. But at the start of each of your turns, you remove a counter, and then once it gets to 0, you flip it over. When you flip it over, it has a thing that it tells you to do. You do it immediately. So for this one, search your deck for 1 Mythical Beast Unified card and 1 Mythical Beast Fortified card and add both your cards to your hand. And also, once you're in your realm, you're able to do your thing. So while you're in the Veil, you can't use your Warlord ability, your Warlord's abilities, but once you are in your realm, once you pierce the Veil, you'll have a special ability. This one's called Up from the Ashes. Cooldown 4 turns. Bloodborne 10, so you'll have to pay 10 life in order to do this, or increase your damage counter max by 10. And you'll have the ability to target up to 2 Mythical Beast Warriors in your discard pile, revive the targeted warriors to your side of the field, then draw 1 card. Very strong. You can do that once every 4 turns. And then every Warlord has, so far to my knowledge, they have a magical attack and a physical attack. The physical attack seems very, very basic. It's just deals damage. You can either attack warriors or the Warlord if they have no warriors in front of them. The magical attacks of all of the Warlords have like special things. This one has target 1 warrior on the field, deal 2 damage to the targeted warrior, then target 1 unified or fortified card on the field and destroy it. Very strong. And you can do that every turn. You can do 1 of the physical or 1 of the magicals per turn. You can do one or the other. And then the special ability has the turn cooldowns. I don't know about the synergy, but the synergies seem like I think they have CD5, which I assume is cooldown, and I was assuming you can use them every 5 turns. I don't know if you can use it on turn 1. Probably not. I have to imagine probably if maybe it pops off on turn 5. I don't know. But now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of scroll through here and just kind of talk. You can pause and read each card and look at the art. There are rarities that are on the cards typically, but in the starter decks there is no rarities, which is a little strange. The rarities dictate how many of each card you can have in the deck. So if it has 1 through 3 stars, you can have 3 of the card in your deck. If it has if it has 4 stars, you can have 2 cards in your deck. And then if it has 5 stars or more, you can only have 1 in your deck. So with these having no rarities, I'm not 100% sure how they are handled, if they can even be played in an actual real deck or a constructed deck. These are all starter decks, so it's possible that they are strictly only able to be played in the in starter format, I guess. But that would be a little strange. I have to imagine maybe these are like tied to. Maybe they have rarities tied to them. I can tell you that this symbol here, this gold background of each of the factions, that represents the first printing of a card. If you see a silver printing of the card, that means that it was reprinted. They do plan to do reprints, but they're doing it sparingly. They're not going to do like a reprint set, they said. They said that basically what they want to do is that if cards need reprinted, they will come out in a special slot in the booster pack, and it will basically be like the reprint slot, or the best thing I can attribute it to if you're from Magic the Gathering is like the list slot. But I think it's in every pack, but don't quote me on any of that because I don't even know if they've reprinted any cards yet. But ideally, they want to keep the collecting aspect alive. They want people to be able to have confidence in them, and that's why they have 1st and 2nd edition printings. They also did say that there are limited print runs of each box, and you'll have I think it's like 1,800 for the first set, and then they will not they're not going to reprint the boxes ever again. So the 1st edition will not be reprinted, and there's a limited print run. There's also some cards called Elysian rares, which I guess they're like 1 in 30 boxes. They are very, very rare, obviously, but they won't be. They're so rare because they won't even. I don't even know if they're going to be reprinted ever again. Maybe they'll be in another. Maybe they'll be in the reprint slots, but they won't be. They won't have the gold symbol. They'll have the silver one. Which, I mean, realistically, I like the collecting aspect of cards, but I found that I'm more of a player. I could honestly care less if a card is worth $5,000 versus $200 versus $10 versus 5 cents. If the card is awesome, I want to play it. So I'm more of a player than a collector. So this is the other set here. But knowing that like the print run of each set is nice, kind of similar to Flesh and Blood, where you know, but these are like much smaller print runs because it is a smaller game. Maybe the game takes off and like these first edition boxes are crazy cheap or crazy expensive because they're fairly cheap right now. They're like $70, $100, something like that, in between that range depending on what you do. All right, so we've got Quartz Heart. His special ability is look at the top 5 cards of your deck, rearrange the cards in any order you choose, and return them to the top of your deck, and then draw a card. That's pretty strong. Once every 4 turns, Bloodborne 2. That's pretty cheap Bloodborne cost. The magical attack is target 1 warrior on the field, return the targeted warrior to the owner's hand. Okay, unsummon, excellent. And then the physical attack is just attack. Like I said, the Veils all have VC3 so far. And the Realm, you can target up to 2 cards on the field, return them. Okay, so a lot of bouncing. The Synergy card, target X dwarf unified cards in your discard pile and eradicate the targeted cards. I still don't know what eradicate means. But like I said, this is just an unboxing, so I will just continue to flip through the cards, and you can pause it if you'd like to read the card or look at the picture. Meanwhile, I will continue to talk about my plans for what I want to do with Legions Realms at War. I was sent some extra things. The playmat was extra from Future Lore Studios, but I did pay for 4 starter decks. All the 4 starter decks that you guys have seen open so far, that's all been paid for by myself. And I bought a box of each of the booster sets. But they did send some blister packs. I guess there's like a blister set called Frontiers, and then there's also something called an expansion set called Bountiful Harvest. I don't know if they're like expansions. I mean, they say expansion set, but I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if that means that some of the cards that were reprinted from Savage Lands, which is the first set booster. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what the blister sets are. If I read what it said underneath here, then it would actually probably tell me. It says this is the first blister set of the Legion Realms of the War trading card game featuring 8 dual-sided full art Warlord box toppers. It contains 40 extended alternate art battle deck reprints. Okay, so they are reprinting cards already. That's good. Featuring alternate extended art, foil, starter, veil / realm cards, and 133 unique cards to the Frontiers. Okay. So 181 card set. So that must be the same for the Bountiful Harvest. Supplementary expansion set containing 5 alternate art Bounty Realm battle deck reprints, as well as the chance of a 1 in 12 foil rare box topper card, totaling 84 card set. Okay, so they're just like supplemental sets, just small potential reprint card. Because I mean, like I said, this game has been out for about 2 years now. They were successfully kickstarted on Kickstarter, or maybe I think it was Kickstarter. They were successfully kickstarted, like I said, 2 years ago. They are a Canadian company. The game looks good. The game looks like it could be really, really fun. I'm looking very forward to looking through these off video and actually seeing which one appeals to me most. So far, it might be the Titan deck. Titan deck seems like strong. I'll have to figure out what the heck the Eradication Zone is. But the Titan deck seems very, very strong. It seems like just big creatures, like mono green, just stompy face. But it also seems very resilient, which is pretty cool. I also haven't read the last like 5 decks, the cards in the 5 decks. So maybe there's one of the ones that just steals all of your opponent's stuff. That could be really, really strong, especially in a multiplayer format. It becomes less strong, or maybe it becomes even stronger. I have to imagine you're just stealing more and more things, because like I said, it is multiplayer. It is multiplayer capable. Not 100% sure if it was designated or specifically built for multiplayer. I think he said it was, but don't quote me on that. So now we have the Ravaged Lands booster packs. I can tell you that some of the cards have been extremely warped. If they're foil, you can you just do this and you can just tell. I can tell that I did not get a foil in this pack. Unfortunate. But I think that they've fixed that in Empires on the Rise. So it goes common, 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 and then uncommon. Oops. Let me redo that one because I was off. There it is. All right, so it goes. You look at the stars down here: common, 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 and then 2 uncommons. That's 2 stars, and then or three commons, and then you got the rare. I'm guessing 3 stars is rare. Then you got 4 is like the mythic, and then there's like something called Elysian. I guess it was just 5 stars, I think. Or maybe Elysian could be higher than that. I like to read the rares because that kind of gives you an indication of what you're really looking at. So this card is also treated as a Mystic Fire card while face up on the battlefield. So ACT is active, so it'll stay active on the battlefield. All Phoenix hatchlings on your side of the field are also treated as Mystic Fire, Beast Warriors. Once per turn, you can discard one Phoenix Flame from your hand, and you can bestow +1 attack to all Mystic Fire, Mythical Beast Warriors on your side of the field. You only control. Then it goes 3 commons at the end. It seems like 1 token, and ooh, I like this angel. Token Angel. Sanctify. When another Angel Warrior enters the battlefield, enters play under your control, bestow 1 holy counter. I don't know what holy counters do. So far, I didn't get a chance to read the deck. I don't know what the heck holy counters do. That looks cool. I like that. Got Liquidius, the Majestic Sea. They can attack 4. Another thing I'm not 100% sure of is what exactly the factions mean. It seems like some cards are limited specifically to the faction of your warlord, but then other cards, they don't seem like they are. You've got these cards here that are like, they have this symbol here that they're in. All these last 5 cards are in every deck. So I don't know if these are like generics. But I can tell you that they're in every deck. So I don't 100% know what that means. Any foils? Maybe. Boom. There's a little bit of gap there. That might be a foil. That one actually seems like a foil that's not. Oh, there's no foil. All right. Well, that's fine. I did get like other foils. The foils look pretty good. Not as good as like cold foils from like Flesh and Blood, but still, they look good. So 2 commons there, and then straight into uncommons. Common there, and then you have here. Glinting Lacks of Xenon. Armament. That's what arm means. Figured it out finally. +4 to the equipped warrior. You can only equip 1 face-up equipped Glinting Lance of Xenon. If this card leaves the field, I keep doing magic terms. It's really hard not to. I've played magic so long. You can target 1 card on the field, destroy the targeted card. Wow. Ooh, look at that. That looks wild. It's a token. Okay. There was that pack was weird. That pack was out of order. There was 4 cards after the rare, and normally in every other pack there's only been 3. Huh. Well, anyways, the cards look cool. I'm excited to try the game out. I really hope it's good. Hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of the game. The playmat that they gave me it just looks sweet. Like, look at the art of this. It just looks really, really cool. I'm hoping the game's awesome. So far, from what I can tell, the game seems cool. But until I play some games, I don't have any definitive... is it going to replace Magic for me? I don't think so. But will I play it as well? I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. I have to play it. I have no idea. If I had to take a guess, my group probably won't replace Magic with it because we're all invested so heavily in Magic. But it's possible that this game is so good that it replaces Magic and we all just switch to it. So I'm okay with that if that's what happens. Realistically, at the end of the day, if it's a sick game and supported well, cheap to get into, like these starter decks for $20 and you get 2 packs as well, that's a killer deal. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. The next videos you'll see after this one, I'll basically just hopefully have some experience behind the game. I'll have some games played. I've got what, 6 decks, 8 decks? Yeah, 8 decks. I've got 8 decks that my friends and I can play, and then I joined the Discord. I'm hoping to play some games with some people there, get an idea of what this game is really about. Hopefully some people in there have some of these starter decks that we can just like play them, play against each other. I don't 100% know if there's any like website like Spell Table, but I'm sure you can just use Discord and just share your video like you would normally do in any other virtual playing experience. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys do check out Legions Realms at War. Not sponsored, but they did give me some free stuff as a random disclosure. But I did pay for a lot of the stuff as well. Everything you guys have seen me open so far has been paid for. And once I get the box openings, I wanna play the game before I open the boxes. As much as that hurts me, because I love opening stuff. But I got to open some packs, so it's still fine. Yeah. Anyways. Once I get some play in, I'll make some follow-up videos, and hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.